Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
From Hollywood Pictures, they shared a past.
Wyatt Earp is my friend.
A trust.
Thanks for always being there, Doc.
And an enemy.
I want your blood.
Together, they fought a battle at the OK Corral the West would never forget.
Oh, my God.
Kurt Russell is Wyatt Earp. Val Kilmer is Doc Holliday. They're bringing justice to Tombstone. Rated R.
What was that?
Oh, man. So two things. One is if I just heard that trailer and then I went to see the movie, I would think it was gonna be on Cinemax.
I was just thinking that. Did you get the trailer from Pornhub or something? Why was it like that?
This is the Emmanuel Goes to Space Tombstone version. And the other thing is I know during this episode I'm going to call Doc Holliday Doc Hollywood about 5 times.
You're definitely going to do that. But that's what happens when you do the Red Shoe Diaries of Tombstone. What was that really?
That's the TV spot, dude. That's the TV spot. I looked at 3 of them. They all have that same music.
That is so weird. I didn't even remember hearing that music.
It's not in the movie at all. It's all freaking violins and shit in the score in the movie. But I guess they wanted to church it up a little bit for the TV audience. Get people interested. Throw that late night music on there.
We'll put the butts in the seats with the porn music. Awesome.
Yeah, or they're selling perfume. I definitely felt like it was going to be like a silhouette and a scarf.
I'm Wyatt Earp and I wear Tombstone.
Kurt Russell's got the facial expressions to sell cologne. He's like squinting all the time.
Yeah.
Movie Life Crisis. I'm JT. You're Jeff. This is season 3, episode 16, Tombstone.
Wow. 16 already.
It happened so fast.
I shan't believe it.
The days are long, but the years are short when you're doing a podcast.
Oh, man. The people I know in real life keep asking me why we say that every time. I'm sorry, everyone.
Dude, we don't have time to explain why all the dumb shit we do, for all the reasons that we do it. It's just because you and I, and only you and I, think it's even slightly funny.
If it makes us chuckle, we're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Let's talk about.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Tombstone.
Do you want a quick synopsis?
Yeah, give me the synopsis. I just realized that Robert Mitchum was doing the narration. I had not looked that up. I was like, ooh, I like that guy.
Really? This whole time I thought it was what's his name with the big mustache. Well, that doesn't narrow it down. Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott.
Man, he should narrate everything. I love his voice.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
I watched the behind the scenes featurette that someone just ripped right off the Tombstone DVD, and every time Sam Elliott was talking, I was like, God, I love that guy when he talks.
Yeah, he's got a good voice.
Good
voice. All right, Wyatt Earp and his brothers Morgan and Virgil have left their gunslinger ways behind them to settle down and start a business in the town of Tombstone, Arizona. While they're looking to find trouble soon finds them, and they become targets of ruthless cowboy gang. Now together, with Wyatt's best friend Doc Holliday. Dang it, Doc Holliday. The brothers pick up their guns once more and restore order to a lawless land.
I was trying to figure out if Tombstone was like, it's in Arizona, but I'm like, is that like Flagstaff, Arizona, like up north, or is it way down by Mexico? And it's definitely way down by Mexico.
It's way down low.
But the reason I wondered that is because the whole movie, everyone's wearing 3-piece suits with like big wool coats. And I was like, I've been to Arizona. How are they doing that?
I don't care if it's the northern part of Arizona. You still ain't wearing a 3-piece suit. Dude, I marked that down too. Are people just not sweating? Like, this is a serious question. I'm wondering it's a movie. That's why they don't show them sweating. Or are they really just people didn't sweat back then? How does that?
I'm just assuming everybody was drenched with sweat all the time. Wait, so actually I had this for a little bit later, but I'm going to move it up right now while we're doing it. I wrote a list of what would you like least about living in the Old West? I got some options for you. I'm going to let you pick.
Oh, I'm ready.
So I got no AC.
I'm out.
Long pants, long sleeves, full suit all the time with a hat.
Yeah.
I've got mustaches. I've got having to ride horses everywhere. I've got everyone carrying a pistol all the time. And then finally, I've got pooping outdoors.
This is a hard choice.
Unless you got anything you want to write in on that ballot.
Well, this thing is I think we've all seen my mustache. I can't grow.
I was going to say,
directly.
I know mustache is going to be up as a leading contender for you. You've got the anti-Hitler. You cannot grow the mustache where Hitler's mustache was.
That just proves that I like the Jews.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Me and Hitler could make out, and our mustaches would never touch. It's really weird. It just doesn't grow there.
Right.
But there was that one guy, and
Yeah.
he looked like he was maybe from Mexico.
Yeah, it was like a Hispanic guy.
Yeah, and he had just the tiny little tufts of hair out to the side.
Yeah,
I could
just
grow
the
that.
wisps. Yeah.
Yeah, I could grow that. Dude, all of those are horrible. Horrible. I don't want to do any of that. I don't even like pooping on vacation without a bidet anymore. Like, I don't want to poop outside.
No. While wearing cowboy boots and a full suit. So once you're done, you can pull up your wool pants after you wipe your ass with sand.
I was just thinking, I know what my back door's like after I sweat in pants when I don't want to. I can only imagine if I couldn't clean myself properly.
You'd be pooping in that river where they had that shootout.
How much did hookers get paid in that town to deal with that? That is horrible.
Yeah, all of those, because the whole movie I'm going, man, Westerns are so cool. I really like them. And then I'm going, I hate all of this though. No, there's no air conditioning. There's no light. There's just, if you want to light up the place at night, you just light 1,000 candles. And I just kept thinking, how did everyone not die in a fire? There's candles everywhere.
I was going to ask you that too. There was a fire in the back of one scene where they're like walking in slow motion. And I was like, how bad is it that every building is made of wood? And the only way to put it out is to run back and forth with a bunch of buckets.
With buckets of water, the fire brigade. Yeah, I'm the captain of the fire brigade. But yeah, the horses are kind of fun, like mustaches. If we were doing a live podcast and we were doing Tombstone, I would have shaved the mustache just for the episode. But since we don't use the video, I didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I can't grow a mustache, so I still would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
In the no AC, if it was like in Flagstaff and the mountains of Arizona, that would be okay. But on the Mexican border, I would die.
Dude, it's brutal. Right now it's hot here.
Yeah.
I can't.
When I walk from my studio to my truck, I think this is too hot, and that takes like 10 seconds.
Of course it does. It's too hot. Way too hot.
Anyway, did they, when that house burned in the movie, they didn't like explain why this was on fire? Yeah.
No, that's why I put I didn't understand that.
Well, I was going to say, I have that on the like just random shit about this movie that I like, is the director said, like, I wanted to show in the background stuff like you would see in a real Western town. Like there was a kid cleaning up horse shit in the shot. Like I wanted him to do that because that's what really would have happened in these towns. Yeah. And so I think the house being on fire was kind of like that, except that's a weird enough thing that you kind of should have explained it.
Especially since all four of them turned around and looked at the fire and then kept walking in slow motion.
Yeah, none of them went like, well,
to the Red Shoe Diaries theme. Not my house. Keep it going. Dude, there was a couple of times, like I saw, there were Asian people, I assume Chinese, because they were all Chinese back then. Yeah, They had like the big round hat. It looks like a symbol. The button like a walk. Button up all the way to the neck with some spats on their shoes. Yeah. They were just walking through town. Nobody ever mentioned them ever.
No. And also they said the background actors, instead of hiring like actors to go, hey, you put on this costume and then walk across the road, they actually hired reenactors. Nice. Old West reenactors. I think they called them like Buccaneers or something like that, or Buckaroos. Like they like dudes that like to dress up like the Old West. And so like one of them came down from Montana and was like, yeah, I want to be an extra in the movie. I'm coming down. Cool. And it's like, yeah. And Kurt Russell was like talking to him. I guess he knew him. And he's like, well, you'll have to sleep in a tent the whole time we're shooting. He's like, oh, a tent? That's awesome. I was just going to bring my bedroll.
Oh my gosh.
It's like so everyone in the scenes that isn't speaking, all the background actors are really like Old West reenactors. Like that's their horse, that's their clothes, that's their gun. Like it's all period correct. Like
that's ridiculous. That's crazy, man. Because there was people like, there was an old guy who used to come into CVS. He's just a big cowboy hat, like the shirt with the pearly buttons that snap and like tassels. And he had like a revolver on his hip. Like it was a real like concealed weapon carry thing on his hip, boots, tight jeans. And I was like, this guy loves being a cowboy. But then he walks outside and gets into like a Ford Taurus and drives home. So like, that's weird. But like, he likes the whole shtick. So maybe there's a lot of people out there like that.
There definitely are. And I think a lot of them were in this movie. Anyway, budget, $25 million budget, $73 million gross. It's number 20 on the year.
That's crazy.
$73 million doesn't sound like it made a lot of money, but you got to remember in the 90s, there were 8 movies that made $100 million. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Like Schindler's List didn't make $100 million.
Yeah, but so this is rated R.
And this is also R-rated, which automatically is going to cut your gross probably in half.
Right.
Especially, I guess there's no PG-13 at this point in time, but yeah, I think it's just because of the violence.
I think having it R, what's Oppenheimer's R? Yes.
Yeah,
and it's made a lot of money. I think that's like a thing
it's made a ton of money
that they're talking about though.
Well, it's outperformed a lot, but I think because of it being R rated, it's like, it's only going to make whatever many millions of dollars, and it's made way more.
Yeah. I think to be honest, I don't understand why this is R, because they had PG-13 at this point because it was like. What, 89?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's like early 90s they rolled that out.
So 89, I think, is when, what's the second Indiana Jones? Temple of Doom. I think that's the one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, they had PG-13. They could have made this PG-13. What did they have in it that was... other than shooting and some
I don't know, but it was also kind of Old West shooting. Like, they didn't show people's, like, guts exploding. They would show the gun and, like, the smoke coming out of it. So it really wasn't even, like, that violent to me.
And they weren't even holding the guns correctly, I think.
No. Well, it's weird because they had spent so much energy on, like, the period correctness, but some of the gunshot, or some of the, like, shooting scenes, I was like, that guy shot a shotgun at someone, like, 1,000 miles away, and he didn't even hold it against his shoulder. He was, like, holding it up over his head.
Right.
It's like, that was kind of weird.
There's a lot of times they were like throwing the guns around. It looked like that movie with Angelina Jolie where they could make the bullets bend.
Yeah, Wanted,
yeah. And they were like shooting like that. I was just like, that took me out of it a little bit.
I think the reason that those shots looked so weird to us is because they were all using single action revolvers. So every time they shot, they'd have to, with their thumb, cock it
Pull
first.
it back.
And I think that just made it look weird.
It did look weird.
Because when I would see people doing it, I was like, this is like me when I was like 8 years old, and I would do that with my thumbs.
Pow, pow,
I was like,
pow.
Trying to cock the gun and then shoot it. But that might have been part of that, too.
Yeah. Dude, when I looked for awards, I didn't see any. I did see that, Siskel and Ebert. Ebert said that this movie was good and it got lost in the year-end holiday shuffle, and it never got the recognition it deserves. So he thinks if it would have came out earlier in the year, it would have won some stuff.
I don't know the like politics of how you get nominated for stuff, and if it's like, is Kurt Russell like too mainstream to get nominated for stuff? But like the production design in this movie was freaking incredible, and the costumes were amazing.
Yeah, all of that stuff looked great.
And like Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday was so damn good.
Yeah, it's one of his roles that everybody talks about when they talk about him.
Yeah, you can find a lot of stuff on YouTube of people over the years asking him on interviews and at festivals and stuff, comic fests, going like, "Hey, talk about Doc Holliday. Like, how'd you come up with that guy?"
Yeah,
did I do it? Did I say Hollywood?
No, you said it right. You almost
I was close.
You hesitated.
I know.
You hesitated. All of us are like Doc Holliday.
Doc. Hey, Doc. And so anyway, when he was playing Doc. Is what it was. I didn't find any awards. I didn't find any sequels or spinoffs. I mean, there've been like 50 movies about Wyatt Earp. I don't know. Were there any directly like tied into this one?
Not tied. Well, the making of Tombstone, they had a book about that in 2018. There was a paperback book that they wrote based on this screenplay.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
And then this is all based off of those dime novels that came out way back in the Gap. There's a guy named Ned Buntline that writes all those dime novels. That's what these are based off of.
Nice.
Where it's like heroes choose virtue over vice and stuff like that. And then I think we would be remiss if we didn't mention that the Wyatt Earp movie with Kevin Costner came out 6 months after this.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that because one of the Doc Holliday quotes that I was thinking of was from that Wyatt Earp movie with Kevin Costner. And I was like waiting for him to say it. I was like, oh, he never said it. I was like, shit. I looked up. I was like, oh, it's from the other Wyatt Earp movie that came out.
Yeah.
It's the freaking Armageddon Deep Impact where they're making the same movie twice in the same year with different studios.
But it's not like Transformers and Transmorphers that you're just trying to get somebody's grandma to buy the wrong thing. It's
right.
Like,
this one's slightly cheaper.
Yeah.
It's a genuine Sorny. Do you remember when and where you first saw this movie?
I don't remember the very first time, but I know for sure this was a movie we recorded off of HBO on a VHS, and I can remember what the sticker looks like on the outside because I have it in my classroom. I don't remember where I first saw it though, but that's where it is now.
I feel I probably would have had to have been in like a junior or senior in high school before I would have been able to see this because we didn't have HBO and I couldn't see R-rated movies prior to that unless like my dad was with me or something. And then it eventually got to the point where it's like, I would do whatever you want. We don't care. Yeah. But at this point, I would have been in junior high. I wasn't able to do that. So it would have been a couple of years. But no, I know we watched this in high school because I remember we used to quote it all the time. So I don't know if I saw like a made-for-TV version or if someone had a VHS that I borrowed.
Right.
But there's a lot of dialogue from this movie that I remember we used to, like Andrew Fowler used to love this movie and quoted it all the time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that we grew up with that like this movie.
Yeah.
Where'd you rate it? No sevens.
No sevens. I went back and forth. From an enjoyment level, I got it about a 6.5. Yeah. But the more I started thinking about it afterwards, the more detail that there were in the like costumes and the guns and the production design and like everybody's efforts to really portray these real people. I was like, I really like when people do that. And so I bumped it to 8 out of 10 Chimmy Dogs.
Damn it. All right. So I don't know if you were watching me write my notes as I was writing them online or something, but I put 6.5 because I enjoyed it, but all of the history wasn't super accurate and I don't like Westerns. But every single set looked awesome and all of the people and how they dressed was perfect. And I liked it, so I gave it an 8 also.
Yeah, that sucks. That's unfortunate. I hate when we rate movies the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But we did.
That's literally the exact same thought I had. Because I don't like Westerns that much. Like, spaghetti Westerns, that's not for me. But like...
I don't like Westerns as much as I like comedies, but it may just be that there aren't as many that I think are really entertaining. Because I do like this one, and I do like Quick and the Dead, which I think is in 94 or 95. So there are some that I like, but... Yeah. Like, there's some where it's like, hey, 310 to Yuma's out. Everyone says it's awesome. I'm like, I don't care about that. I'm not watching that.
Right. I've seen that one. Like, I see a lot of them, but I'm
sure if I watched it, I would enjoy it. I would rather sit on my couch than drive to a movie theater and watch that. Yeah, and I know if someone said, come watch this with me, I would, and I would like it.
Right. Right. And you would. But the thing is I just can't, I don't know what it is about Westerns I don't like. Yeah. Like all of the stuff you mentioned about why I wouldn't like living in the West is part of the reason I don't like it. But then there's other things we'll talk about. I have some stuff in the worst.
Yeah, man. But I had to bump it a little bit because the cast is unbelievable. It's like 15 deep. I kept writing down. I was like, holy shit! I'm like, that's freaking Jason Priestley. That's Billy Zane. That's Charlton Heston. Like, people keep coming out of the woodworks and appearing in this movie, and that's incredible. Yeah. I think Val Kilmer. I think this performance is one of the best performances of any actor in this decade. Wasn't
Val Kilmer Batman in this decade?
Yes.
And he beats that?
By a lot.
Wait a second. Captain Ron is also in this decade.
Kurt Russell. Great job. Always been a fast healer. Of course, I believe in Jesus, so that helps.
Oh, man. The people in real life also talk about how much you hate that movie, but still quote it. It's great.
Yeah, just because I thought it was not funny and everyone was in the wrong roles doesn't mean it didn't have a couple funny lines.
Gorilla.
He's doing it on purpose. Yeah, no, I think the Val Kilmer Doc Holliday performance is one of the best. Good. It's so good, man. And I had like 8 quotes, so I'm like, all right, it's really well. It's really well written. I think it's pretty historically accurate. There's a crazy cast list, so I gave it a little bump.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Everything that all the stuff you're mentioning is the same reason I gave it the bump too.
Like, dude, I was just typing as the movie was going along, people that were showing up in the movie, and I was like, all right, Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton, Sam Elliott, Val Kilmer, Billy Bob Thornton, Billy Zane, Jason Priestley, Thomas Hayden Church, Terry O'Quinn, Charlton Heston, Michael Rooker, like Michael Biehn, Powers Booth. I was just typing as people would appear on screen. I was like, hey, I know that guy. He was that's the guy from freaking that's Yondu from
Yondu.
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is, yeah.
Like, that's Charlton Heston. He probably brought all his own guns.
From my cold, dead fingers or hand or whatever he says.
Yeah, dude, let's do some scenes. What's your first scene?
All right. First scene is towards the beginning Doc Holliday is playing cards with a guy named Ed.
Yeah.
And they raises him all the way up to like $500. And Doc Holliday ends up throwing a hand down that wins, and he loses his mind. And like as he's putting it down, he's like, "Isn't that Daisy? Isn't that a daisy?" or something like that. And that guy gets mad. And they're talking back and forth, and Doc Holliday's like, he's always got his gun right here in the holster in front of his leg, like right there.
Yeah, it's like there's no like low slung holsters in this movie. They're always like, it's like tucked into like in front of his belly, like on his opposite hand side.
Yeah. And he's always like just
crossbody draw, you'd call that?
Yeah. And he's touching the butt of the gun with his fingers, just barely. Are we crossed, Dad? I want to keep you as my friend. If you weren't my friend, I just don't think I could bear it. Like he was throwing it on thick, and that guy was super mad. And he tries to reach for his gun, and Doc Holliday pulls both of them out before the guy even has his hand all the way on his gun. And then he takes the guns out and sets them in the pot on top of all the money, taps the guns. He's like, "There you go. We're friends again." And that guy tries to make a move anyway, and Doc Holliday freaking stabs him with a knife.
Yeah.
That whole scene was freaking sweet.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Even filled with TB, he was quicker than the other guy.
He, because the guy was like, he's like, "Without them guns, you're just a skinny little." I was trying to figure out what he was saying. He was saying lunger.
Lunger, yeah.
Because he had tuberculosis and he was like coughing up blood all the time. And so Doc takes his guns out, sets them in the pot, and he's like, "There, no more guns. Now we can be friends. It would break my heart if we weren't able to be friends." And then the guy jumps him. Val Kilmer stabs him, and it's like, all right, even though he's all sickly and he doesn't need his guns, he's still going to stab somebody.
He could have just coughed on him. TB's like contagious. Not as contagious as like the flu, but it's contagious.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, I don't know how you get tuberculosis or how easy it is to give it to someone else, but no one seemed to mind that he was coughing that tuberculosis all over him.
Dude, coughing and sneezing and like any kind of droplets that you inhale or get on your mucous membranes, all of a sudden now you have TB. It's a bacteria.
So that whole tuberculosis thing could have been prevented if everyone would have just worn a mask.
It's
just so
mask
simple,
up
man.
and save
just
everyone.
Mask up and save lives.
Save lives.
Dude, and I also like that the Kevin Jarre, the writer, this script I think is so it doesn't pander at all, because there's people all throughout saying, like, throwing out slang that I didn't understand.
Yeah, right.
Like lunger, and like when they were talking about gunfights, they were saying all kind of slang I never even heard of. And he's
right.
Like Billy Bob Thornton says to Kurt Russell, he's like, "You sure are talking big for a man who's not healed." And he's like, "I don't need to be healed to roust a lump like you." And I was like, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. Did you look
like
at
I rewinded it
mean?
twice to like put on the subtitles. And they were saying healed, like be well healed. And I think that we would think of that as being like wealthy, but I think in those days they meant armed.
Weird.
Like well healed is like you have a gun. He's like,
yeah. Damn, that's cool.
And then Kurt Russell said something like, "Go on and draw that smoke wagon and see what happens." I was like, he's just throwing out all kind of slang I never heard of for gun. I guess that means gun. But I like that this dude just threw in all the freaking slang and didn't explain it. And I was like, oh, I have to figure it out. That makes me feel smart.
Yeah, and on top of that, he had a lot of people talk. The guy who wrote it had a lot of people talk in this movie. There's something like 89 speaking. Oh,
85 speaking roles.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, dude, and when Doc's, whatever Hungarian partner came and sat on his lap, he was like, "Oh, you're not wearing a bustle." I was like, he didn't say what a bustle was. I just know that, but I'm sure a lot of people don't. I'm like, it's cool that they just freaking threw out the jargon and you just have to figure it out.
Tell the people what a bustle is.
That's the thing that's on the back of the dress that made the woman's booty look like they were sticking out.
Yeah. Like a little shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
So what's your first scene?
That's a great scene. My first scene also has Doc Holliday. It's when Doc and Johnny Ringo first meet up and they're speaking Latin to each other.
Speaking Latin back and forth.
Doc is all hammered like he always is. He's like, "Well, Johnny Ringo." He's like, "Should I hate him? I think I hate him." And he starts talking in Latin to him.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Ringo starts speaking in Latin back to him, and then they're talking shit to each other in Latin.
Yeah. Always a educated man. I like that.
And then Johnny Ringo's like, he's trying to intimidate Doc, so he pulls out his guns and he starts twirling them like a maniac. He's like twirling them sideways and over his head, and everyone in the whole bar's like, "Woo!" And then afterwards, he's like squint eyeing Doc, who's like never gotten out of his chair and he's all sweaty and drunk. He starts taking his little cup that he drinks booze out of and he starts spinning it around on his fingers.
On his finger, yeah.
And he spins it for a really long time, like an awkwardly long time. And then he finishes.
like a Family Guy long time.
Dude.
And he's like spinning it. And he doesn't switch hands, but he spins it all the way to the other side where the other hand is. He's going
a
to
Family
town.
Guy long time is the perfect way to say that. Like, yes. And yeah, so wait, tell everybody what the Latin was, because I...
Well, wait, real fast. I want to know, like, when you're spinning guns and everybody's like, woo, what's the modern day equivalent of doing that in front of a bunch of people? Like, spinning a gun, like...
I don't know, revving your engine into a stoplight?
Ooh, yeah, that's a big thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure people still spin guns. It's probably harder with, like, an assault rifle, but I think people still probably spin them.
I can't even imagine everybody carrying guns now. Yeah, all right. So the first thing he says is in vino veritas, which is in wine there is truth.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Ringo responds with do what you do. And then he replies with let Apella the Jew believe, not I. And I don't know why he said that. And then he said, youth is the teacher of fools. And then Doc Holliday responded with "In pace resiquat," which is "May he rest in peace." And I don't resicat. I don't know why they say that.
So I read a blog post explaining the Latin, and I think those translations you gave are pretty close, literally. But I think mainly what it was saying is they're basically talking shit to each other. Like,
yeah,
you know, Doc says, you know, in wine truth, and then Ringo says, you know, shut your mouth before I kill you. And Doc says, somebody might kill me, but it's not going to be you. Mm-hmm. And then Ringo says, whatever. But they were basically shit talking in Latin.
It's lucky that guy knows Latin so they could shit talk. Otherwise, you just, like, if you started talking smack to me in Spanish, I would just smile and nod. Lo siento. I'm sorry. I got nothing.
Oh, lo siento. I come back. Dude, well, it's weird because I go to look stuff up about this movie, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of information out there. This movie only made $76 million. I'm like, these are all real people, and this stuff all really happened. So it's like, oh, well, Johnny Ringo went to public school in Missouri, so he probably would have known some Latin. And Doc actually was an aristocrat from Georgia. His dad was the mayor of Valdosta, Georgia. And I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of backstories. Like, these are real dudes. I keep forgetting.
These are real
is actually... All of these people existed.
Yeah.
So we actually know that they would have known. It's like, oh, well, Doc would have known a lot more Latin because he was really well educated, and Ringo would have known just probably a little bit because he was, you know, went to public school in Missouri in the 1800s.
Yeah. Do you think any of the kids that go to public school in Missouri right now can speak Latin?
Definitely not. Definitely. I don't know where Missouri ranks. I mean, probably better than Louisiana's 49th or 50th, but
we're 51. We're behind Puerto Rico, and they just got electricity back from the storm. So, yeah, we're pretty bad.
We're number 51
out of 50 states.
What's your next scene?
All right, my second one was Doc spinning his cup and against the thing going off. And then we already kind of talked about my third scene too, which is when Kurt Russell and Billy Bob Thornton go back and forth, and he is slapping the shit out of Billy Bob in the face.
Dude, he's wailing on Billy Bob.
And he is like right up in his face, squinty eyed, like you said, just going, throw down, boy. Would you just go stand there and bleed? And then like some other stuff transpires and they go outside, and that's when he the Earp brothers see Doc Holliday for the first time, and he comes up and he shakes his hand. Billy Bob Thornton comes walking up holding a gun, trying to, because Wyatt Earp or Kurt Russell took his gun and after he was finished slapping him, and he went home and got another gun and came back and he was holding it, and he freaking when Doc turns to him and goes, "Oh, Johnny, I apologize. I forgot you were there." I was like, "Geez, they're just dumping on this guy hard." And then they say, "Yeah, you can leave and leave the gun." And he tries to hand it to him. He says, "I said, leave the gun, drop it." And he makes him put it on the ground and he walks off. Ah, man. And Billy Bob Thornton played that perfect, man. He killed it. It was a little chubby Billy Bob. I liked it was like young, chubby Billy Bob. Yeah, he was awesome, man. And I had some of the quotes from that. I had way too many quotes for this, but yes, like, you're going to do something, you're just going to lie there and stand there and bleed. Yeah.
And then he tries to creep up on him in broad daylight. Dude, the number of people shooting other people in broad daylight for no reason at all in this movie. If that's what it really was like, well, I'm sure they had a reason. But from my perspective, no reason at all.
No reason.
I didn't put that on the list of why it would suck to live in the Old West, but it would be very high on the list. People just shooting you for no reason at all.
What about when oh man, what the hell's his name? The Curly Bill. He's just out there coming out the opium den, just shooting random, like people were just walking across the street. He's like shooting them at the feet. I'm not even talking about like killing people. He's just randomly shooting into buildings, which we have decided are made of just straight wood and catching them on fire. So like, dude, imagine being anywhere near the OK Corral when they start throwing down.
I hate to tell you that, but people still come out and shoot for no reason, straight up into the air. Like every 4th of July and New Year's, people celebrate by firing their weapons straight up into the air.
Yeah, if it was
blissfully unaware of physics.
If it was only straight up in the air where it would land somewhere near them, that would be great. But it's not. It's never straight up in the air.
Dude, every New Year's Day, you read about someone who got killed by a bullet that fell out of the sky from someone celebrating New Year's by shooting into the air. So that's definitely still happening. But yeah.
No, it definitely is. I remember the Mexican with Brad Pitt?
Oh, yeah.
When people started shooting in the air and they just started falling and he was running in a circle and didn't know where to go. Like that, I can imagine that's what it's like. That's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, man. I like that movie. Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts. I think that's in the early 2000s.
We'll get there.
We'll make it.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a great one. I liked seeing Billy Bob Thornton. It was pretty early. I don't think he had done a whole lot at this point, but he was good.
Yeah, I liked him. What's your
my next one is the shootout at the OK Corral, aka the Sandlot.
Shootout at the OK Knipple. I can't not think that with Dave Attell every time I see it. Every time.
Oh, I thought about Dave Attell later on in this movie when Doc Holliday was talking about his one true love.
I was watching my cousin breastfeed for $1, so she said,
yeah, dude, they go to I guess this is like they built the town where they shot it a couple miles from where Tombstone actually is located now.
Right. Yeah.
And they built it to look as close to the old Tombstone as they could. So this is what the corral would have looked like. This is where it would have been located in the town. And they were all talking about the behind the scenes stuff. Like, this is really what happened. Like, they went to go. Virgil's the sheriff. He's like, they got guns. I'm going to go take the guns away. And Wyatt's like, don't do that. Who cares? It's a misdemeanor. They're drunk. They're mad. Just let them. And he's like, well, they're breaking the law.
Right.
And then the other guy is like, don't worry. I already.
Impression.
Yeah.
They're breaking the law.
They're breaking the law. The other sheriff, the politician sheriff, is like, don't worry about it. I already disarmed him. And they go in there anyway.
Yeah.
But dude, it was funny hearing the actors who played the Cowboys. I know it's the real name, but it's confusing to me that the villains were called the Cowboys. That's the actual name of a gang in the 1800s after the Civil War. But to me, the whole movie, they're like, this is the end of the Cowboys. I'm like, I thought Cowboys were around for a while. I mean, they're still playing football right now.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm a Saints fan, so the Cowboys are the bad guys.
Yeah, no, totally.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it was weird to hear Cowboys as a derogatory term.
But even this OK Corral shootout has been so well chronicled. The OK Knipple.
I thought you were going to say it.
That there's these guys are on this side, these guys are on this side. Every one of these people actually lived and was actually in this shootout. And even to the point of we know who drew first and we know who they shot at and we know where they hit them and how many times. So it really is like a kind of a historical reenactment. It's like, oh, this guy shoots first. Thomas Hayden Church, I forget his character's name. He shoots at Wyatt. Wyatt draws and doesn't shoot at him, shoots at a different guy and hits him. And then
I don't know.
So I was trying to nitpick. It's like, this is 90s action movie. Everyone's shooting way too many times and everyone has infinite ammo. But I was like, they actually they were trying to be really thorough about this person shoots this person, then this person shoots this person, and then this person runs away.
I was reading that it was in real life, it was 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
But in the movie, it lasted 90 seconds because it took a little longer. But that was just
Sam Elliott said
license.
28 seconds. I don't know how they would have known that in 1871, but that's what he said. So clearly
when the first person shot, they just started going 1 Mississippi, 2.
Yeah. Someone had one of the little pocket watches in the Chinese laundry and he was hunkered down looking at it like Rosie O'Donnell in League of Their Own. Could be a record.
Dude, I did read, talking about the Cowboys, in the 1830s, the Texas Rangers, not the baseball team,
right,
wanted to get rid of the bandits, rustlers, and ne'er-do-wells and push them further west. And they were called Cowboys, and they used that as a derogatory term for rustlers and people like that. And by 1870s, they were all the way in New Mexico and Arizona, so that's why those guys were there. So that whole part was true too, dude. Every time they said cowboys, though, it was messing with me. I don't know why. I guess maybe cowboys and other westerns are the good guys.
Well, I just think of cowboys as like a generic term for some like a man in the Old West who like rides a horse. Like everyone's a cowboy. Yeah. But I guess this was like a specific. I wish they would. I know they were trying to be accurate. I wish they would just change the name, like made up a fake gang name for them.
All right, I'm ready. What's the fake gang name you came up with?
Oh wait, hang on. Let me see if my Chat GPT plugin is still working. I'm going to ask. Oh no, it's not. I got to log in again. It would have given me some great ones. I feel sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, what's your next scene?
I gave you all three because we both had the same one.
Right. My third one is again Ringo and Doc. It's the final shootout.
Oh man, yeah, it's good. It's really good. I'm your Huckleberry.
It's got some good dialogue, and it's also is a real thing that happened that's important. But they just were like it's so weird to me, just because I don't walk around with guns, going like tapping them and staring at people. Yeah, but they just are in the woods, just the two of them, and they're just circling each other. Like Doc is smoking a hand-rolled cigarette.
And they're not that far either.
No, they're like, they could bump elbows if they wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. If they drew and put their arms straight, they would shoot right past each other's head. That's how close they were.
Because I think of shootouts as being like Quick and the Dead, where it's like you stand 20 paces away and then it's like, draw. But they were like, their knees were almost touching. And they're just circling each other in the woods, and they're just talking shit.
I wonder if is that more accurate than the 20 paces turn and draw?
Dude, I don't know. But the whole time I'm watching, I'm just thinking this is so, I can't imagine, because neither of them were like I kind of understand it. It's like, oh man, those guys were really mad at each other in the bar, and one of them hit the other one with a beer bottle. I'm not doing that, but that was in the heat of the moment. But these guys are not mad at all. They're just hanging out during the day, getting ready to shoot each other. And that's very strange to me.
You know why they're mad? Pooping outside, no AC,
riding horses everywhere, mustaches,
horses. Oh man, that's a good scene. I like that. I like how they show only his silhouette when he first walks up, and you're like, oh man, Kurt Russell's about to lay waste to this guy, and it turns out it's not Kurt Russell. I really like that, and that really put it into not the Cowboys, the Regulators. No, wait, that's another movie.
So let's see. ChatGPT says the Frontier Outlaws, Trailblazing Wranglers, Lone Star Ropers. They really love alliteration. I keep telling them to cool it on the alliteration. What else they got that's good? Sunset Riders. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that one. The Coyote Canyon Crooners. That's a terrible. I think I said band of cowboys. I think they think they're actually a band. Like a band that plays,
What was it? The Crooners? Maybe. What was it?
The Coyote Canyon Crooners. Spur and Saddle.
Oh, man.
The Buckaroo Balladeers.
There you go. It heard you say Buckaroo earlier, and now it's using its algorithm. I like Regulators. Can we just steal that from the Young Guns?
The Regulators. Yeah, so the Regulators were, Ringo was the head of the Regulators after the other guy died. And,
wait, it's Ringo? Oh, well then it's the Beatles. Oh, man.
Yeah, that scene, I really like that scene. There's some good dialogue, but also it's just so bizarre to me to just watch those guys just like again, true story, two of the greatest gunfighters alive in the country at this point in time are just in the woods, just circling each other, elbows touching, and they just start shooting, and one of them dies.
Yeah, because it's quick. It's fast. Once they finally draw, it was wicked quick.
Yeah, dude, and they're both like... they're like tapping. They have the same gun, by the way. They both have like nickel-plated Colts with like an ivory handle. That's like historically accurate. But they're like tapping the gun, like trying to juke the other person into drawing first, like tapping it, like head faking.
It seems like you would want to draw first, no?
You would think. I would be definitely going like, holy shit, look behind you, and then drawing if that's what we were going to do. Or like
first of all,
injury.
I would still be cleaning myself in the river, but after I was done with that, I think I would use some sort of rifle to try to shoot him. Or if it's a movie, shoot him with a shotgun from 50 yards away.
Well, dude, I think we already know what you would do because Kurt Russell lays it out for us. You get your friend to go and shoot the guy for you. He's like, you meet me here at Coyote Canyon at the mouth at 7 p.m. I'll be there. You tell him I'll be there. And it's like, hey, Doc, would you go and do that for me? Since you're already dying of TB, could you cough on him a couple times in case he kills you?
When he opens his mouth, you cough inside of it. And then that will ruin his job in the Coyote Canyon Crooners.
Yeah, the Pistoleros, the Renegades, whatever.
These sound like 60s Motown
Doo-wop
bands.
All right, what's your first quote?
So there's a part where Doc Holliday is playing the piano with his woman, and he's playing some overture, or what was it, a nocturne that he was playing, and then and somebody walks up, one of the guys, Billy Clanton, who is what's his name, Lowell, Thomas Hayden Church. He comes up and starts talking to him about it, and afterwards, skipping ahead is the quote that I have where he says, "Why, it's the drunk piano player. You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double." And he draws a knife out, and that's when Doc Holliday pulls out a second gun, and he's like, "I have two guns, one for each of you." That was pretty freaking smooth when he did that.
Yeah, I have a whole subsection of Doc Holliday quotes, and that's one of them. He's like, "You probably seen double," and he pulls two guns. He's like, "I got two guns, one for each of you." But right before that, when he's playing the piano, and someone's talking to him about playing the piano, and he's like, "It's a nocturne." He's like, "What is that?" It's like a John Philip Sousa. No, Frederick fucking Chopin.
Yeah.
And I just remember Frederick and Chopin.
I like, dude. You're right. Val Kilmer freaking kills it.
He talked about.
He does so well.
I found a clip on YouTube of him talking to Tom Green on the Tom Green Show. Remember that?
Oh man!
And he was talking about the dialect coach that he's like, I hired the dialect coach. And I asked, I think he's the best dialect coach in the world. He says the guy's name, but I forgot it. He's like, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey man, I need to sound like a Southern aristocrat after the Civil War, Doc Holliday." But all of those guys died. There's no historical record. It's basically a dead dialect.
Right.
And the dialect coach is like, no, I got the guy for you. Like I have a tape of him talking. I'll send it to you. And so he just drops into the Doc Holliday voice. And he's like, "Well," he's like, "thank you so much for talking with me today." He's like, he talked so slow. I could have never made it through the movie if I talked that slow. But all of the mannerisms and inflections and stuff like that, I was like, holy shit, it's brilliant.
Yeah, for reals, he really does a great job.
And dude, like after the first time he was gonna shoot Johnny Ringo in the street, he came out to like defend Wyatt again. And then as soon as Johnny Ringo turns around and walks away, he turns around to the barber. He was like on the front porch getting a shave, and he just like sits down in the barber's chair and he goes, "Proceed."
Yeah, proceed. Dude,
like everything was like freaking molasses.
And like we're from the South, so we hear people talk. When I would travel and go places, people would be like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Dude, I don't talk like that." Like, I feel like I don't have an accent.
Yeah.
But apparently when you go someplace else, they're like, "Why are you talking so slow?" They're like looking at me funny.
Dude, we definitely do not talk slow, but he was talking slow and not nearly as slow as the guy he was taking the accent from, some Georgia Civil War aristocrat.
Yeah.
My first not Doc Hollywood quote is right when they get to Tombstone, and the sheriff, he's like a politician, he's got like a cane, he's got a bowler hat on.
Bowler hat, 3-piece suit, vest.
Yeah. He's like, "Besides sheriff, I'm also the tax collector, captain of the fire brigade, and president of the nonpartisan anti-Chinese league."
Oh man, that guy was a jerk.
He was a huge jerk, and I rewound it again to go like, what did he say? Nonpartisan what? I was like, oh, anti-Chinese league.
Yeah, man, you don't want those Chinamen coming in and building railroads and then staying around.
Yeah, building railroads and then staying around to open a laundromat. That's the whole movie they were talking about. It's like, is there a Chinese laundry here? I looked all over and I couldn't find one. That's where I get my opium from.
That's a good place. If you're going to do drugs, you might as well aim for the top.
And then Kurt Russell's like telling his wife, who's addicted to the opium, he's like, "Is that the same? Did you get a new bottle of opium? Is that more opium?" She's like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, they didn't call it opium. They called it
No, they
laudanum.
never called it opium, but I was pretty sure that's what it was.
It is, yeah. It's a tincture of opium, which is still around, dude. It's like something
you
like
just go to a Chinese laundry and
go to a Chinese laundry and say, "I need my tincture of opium. I need a tincture of opium."
Make sure you shave a mustache first.
The good thing is it's only used for like really bad cases of diarrhea,
dude,
because opium stops you up really bad.
Yeah.
So like all those people that are in the opium den, they don't have to worry about pooping outdoors because they have 16 pounds of undigested red meat floating in their bowels.
That's the most compelling case I've ever heard for opium in the Old West. It's like, oh, you mean I don't have to shit in the sand if I just drink this opium tincture? Count me in.
She was like, though, sticking her finger in the bottle and like rubbing it on her teeth like she was doing coke.
The funny thing is there's absolutely no reason why I should have known that opium did that. But as soon as you started that sentence, I knew that that's what you were going to say. And I don't know why I knew that.
Yeah, you know that because you've taken pain medicine before and then not had to poop, right?
Not really, man. I haven't taken anything stronger than ibuprofen in like 15 years.
No, I'm saying like I got a tooth pulled, like my wisdom teeth pulled. They gave me like Lortab or Vicodin. That's an opium derivative. So like that all does the same thing.
They offer that to me anytime you get a hangnail. The doctor's like, "Would you like 1 million opioids?" And I'm like, "No, dude, I'm good. I got ibuprofen at home. I'm not taking this shit."
Yeah. But when I got my wisdom teeth out, I was 16, and I'm glad they gave it to me because it was great.
Yeah, I got my well. Again, I said I haven't taken it in 15 or 20 years. When I got my wisdom teeth out, that was a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I got a tusk.
I had 9 wisdom teeth. They're coming through my jaws.
Wrapping around.
I was eating corn on the cob that same afternoon. What's your next quote?
My next quote is the one that everybody always says from this. I'm your huckleberry.
Yeah,
I really liked it because he said it a couple times.
He did. He said it twice. I don't know what it means, but I've always liked it.
Do you want to know what I found out about it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. So there are a lot of people that think he might have said, I'm your hucklebearer, because in the South, a huckle was a casket handle. And then they said, well, maybe Val Kilmer said it wrong, and it just sounded like huckleberry, and then they kept it and then went for it again. But Val Kilmer has said on numerous occasions that, no, it said huckleberry in the script. So he maintains that he said it correctly. But another Southern usage of the slang huckleberry was like the right person for the job.
Yeah.
So that's probably what it meant.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more plausible to me. He definitely didn't say hucklebearer. He said huckleberry.
Correct. Hucklebearer. Rural juror. The rural juror.
The rural juror.
Yeah, I'm your huckleberry is my thing.
That's a great one. I have that on my Doc Holliday list of quotes. Dude, I have 3 regular quotes and like 4 Doc Holliday. Let me just get the Doc Holliday quotes out of the way.
Just knock them out.
The sheriff was saying like, he's like, Tombstone's on the rise. We're gonna be as big as Denver or San Francisco this time next year. And right at that point in time, a cowboy just shoots another cowboy in the street. And Doc Holliday's standing right there, and he goes, "Very cosmopolitan."
Yeah, he's freaking so snarky. I like it.
God,
I like it.
Val Kilmer's so good,
dude. And his makeup,
yeah,
was fantastic in this.
It was incredible, man, because there'd be some scenes, he was always like kind of sickly and sallow, but there's some where he was like sweating profusely.
Yeah. But even like when they showed up close-ups of his eyes, like the makeup looked really good because it looked like his eyes were super red. Like he was always like pale with red eyes.
Yep.
It looked good.
But yeah, so I have the very cosmopolitan, Frederick Chopin. I have 2 guns, 1 for each of you, and I'm your huckleberry. I have those 4 Doc Holliday quotes.
Those are all great. Those are great.
My other not Doc quote.
Yeah.
We already said, you going to do something or just stand there and bleed?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You have another one?
Yeah, I do. And this is only the history teacher in me. When they were playing pool, billiards. He says, man, we could leave here or we can stay here and make more money than Croesus. And I actually, like, he's a Greek king that we talk about. He is he's like one of the most wealthiest people that's ever lived. Yeah. Not Mansa Musa wealthy, but pretty close. He was worth like $70 billion at one point. So when he said that,
Dutch East India Trading Company rich, but
right,
individually rich,
individually super rich. And there's always a lot of people that say he was credited with minting the first gold coin, and we talk about that in my class. So as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, snap. Now I know who that is. Now that I teach that's pretty weird.
I think that's the sort of thing that, because my grandparents would say stuff like, he's older than Methuselah. And I think that generation, like probably around the like Great Depression, that would have been a saying like Richard and Croesus, older than Methuselah. And then that stuff kind of started to like, because everybody had the same classical education, like, up till the modern education was built in the, 1900s, which is way worse.
Now people say more money than who?
I don't know.
Bill Gates?
Yeah, more money than Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg? Yeah, that's probably it. 6th century BCE, Asia Minor. Super rich guy. That's why I picked that quote. I liked it. I got excited because I knew who that was.
Yeah, dude, and that's another one where it's like, that's not a reference that a lot of people are going to get, but they just throw it in the movie and they don't explain it, and you either know it or you don't.
Right, and dude, I know it now, but I didn't know it the first time. Well, like when I watched that the first.
No, I definitely didn't know it
20
in
times.
1995 or 96 when I saw this the first time, but I know it now.
Yeah, good stuff.
I got a bonus quote. Wyatt Earp is he's on an impromptu horse date with what's her name? They're galloping around.
Yeah,
and she's like, she makes him laugh, and he laughs. She's like, oh, you laugh. That's that. When's the last time you laughed? He's like, well, I don't laugh all day long like an idiot. And I just want to mention that's confirmed that Wyatt Earp would think that we're idiots.
it is confirmed
because we definitely laugh all day long when we're doing dumb shit like this.
And he would be super mad at my mustache. Super mad. Let me tell you, the whole thing with them, like all of the friggin' Earp brothers were pretty unfaithful. And I know they all married hookers, but or prostitutes.
Yeah.
But I don't understand
and common law married.
Right. But I'm saying I don't understand what happened to the opium wife. I mean, I know what happened because they say she died, but I'm saying did he just let her leave with Sam Elliott and his wife?
Sam Elliott gets shot and they have to cut off his arm.
Yeah.
And so they all leave Tombstone, and then Bill Paxton, the younger brother, gets shot in the back and killed. Yeah. That was also weird to me because he died 20 seconds after he was alive, and the bullet wasn't even that deep into his back.
They couldn't get it out. It was too deep.
I know, and then he immediately died, which I didn't think that was how that worked. Again, if I got an ingrown toenail, I would die if it was the ancient West. But the bullet was it was in his lower back. It didn't hit his kidney or his lung or his heart. He wasn't bleeding out. It was just I can't get the bullet. And then he was like, well, bye, Wyatt. And then he died.
Let me tell you, this is in the worst. When he dies, I think they told him to stare at something on the ceiling to keep his eyes fixed, because when you die, your eyes stop moving.
Right.
But then Kurt Russell lays him down and his head turns and his eyes stay fixed on the thing that's on the ceiling. So his eyes stay in the same spot. And I was like, that's not right. But it's fine. Yeah. But anyway, I like Bill Paxton.
I love Bill Paxton. His younger brother dies. His older brother gets his arm cut off, and he's like, all right, we're out of here. Tombstone sucks. Let's leave. And then it seemed like everyone got on the train, everyone who was still alive, his younger brother's widow, his opium common law wife, and then Virgil and his wife. And I guess he just was like, see you never. And then he went back and with Doc Holliday went to fight the Cowboys. Yeah, he went to fight the Rancheros or whatever those guys' name were.
the Coyote Canyon
Crooners. He went to go have a West Side Story dance-off with him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess his opium common law wife, they got common law divorced. I don't know. No one ever said.
It's weird to me.
It's weird to me too, but it's one of the things I liked. And it's one of the things that Kurt Russell said that he liked. He's like, there have been 50 movies about Wyatt Earp, but I like that this one showed him as a real person, which is he's got flaws.
Right.
He obviously was wasn't above cheating at cards, wasn't above cheating on his wife, had a really strong sense of honor.
So much honor that he cheated on his wife and at cards.
And cheated at cards. But yes.
Yeah, I just didn't, it was weird. And then he sees the girl at the end and he was like, I don't have any money or dignity, but I will love you forever. I'm like, what are you basing this love on? You don't even know her. You're basing it on her looks? On her. They went
on that one horseback ride and she made him laugh. And he's like, I don't laugh a lot. I'm not some idiot.
Oh, man. That was just weird to me. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was weird, but then the aftermath is that him and that lady stayed married for 50 years because he didn't die until 1929.
Yeah, that's weird to me too, that I could see videos of him.
Yeah, super weird. Well, that's the thing that's kind of, I mean, I know maybe that's American, this building has been restored to how it was nearly 50 years ago.
Years ago.
No, surely not. No one was alive then. That when you're doing an Old West movie that you can have the guy's grandson consult on it and you could see videos of him or have recordings of him talking about what it was really like.
Yeah, Wyatt Earp the Third was
Wyatt Earp the Third was in the movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the end of my quotes. Let's do characters since we're an hour into this.
We already know who the best character is. Just say it.
Yeah, it's Val Kilmer.
It's Val Kilmer. Yeah.
Hands down, bar none.
Yeah, he was really good. His little tiny silver cup, I kind of want to get one of those for a party or something, just walk around the house with it. I think that'd be cool.
Get one and use it like for mouthwash.
I have one that's a little bit bigger than that. That's got Dukes of Hazzard on it. I think I might use that. My mom found it in my closet.
You could spin it around and stuff when you guys have people
Spin it
over.
around on my finger.
You finish your scotch, you spin it around on your fingers. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Val Kilmer. I haven't already said. I love Val Kilmer. He's incredible in this movie. This is my favorite performance of his ever, except for Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where he's Gay Perry.
Me? No, I'm knee deep. I just like the name.
Who taught you English? Kill yourself. I was talking about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with somebody a couple days ago. God, that movie's good.
Yeah, there's so many people that don't realize what movie that is, and they make it sound like it's going to be Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah, they do. It's not a great title. But man, he's just got that, like he's got leading man charisma, but he also has the ability, kind of like Christian Bale, to disappear into a character.
Yeah.
Which, like Kurt Russell, as much as he can carry a movie, he cannot do that.
Yeah, it's Kurt Russell.
You know it's Kurt Russell. Even when he's like this movie, he's good. He's on my list for this movie, but it's Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp, and like there's no Val Kilmer at all in this character. It's just freaking Doc.
Right. I just keep, and you can tell the roles that we do that because we say Doc Holliday, and we say Kurt Russell. I haven't even really said Wyatt Earp that much. I just keep saying Kurt Russell.
Well, and Sam Elliott said it because he's like, all the whatever buckaroos are like living in their canvas tents. Like all the extras are living on set in a tent the whole time. Yeah. Everybody's wearing their period clothing. Like it's not in a studio backlot. It's not in LA. It's in freaking actual Tombstone. And he's like, you see Val Kilmer walk up in the morning wearing like a Bermuda shirt and like flip flops and a straw hat. And then he would walk out wearing the clothes, like with the makeup, like smoking the cigarette. And you're like, bam. Like Doc Holliday.
It's him.
Because they were saying, like, awesome. It's so easy to get into character when you go get dressed in all of that period correct clothing and you have a giant handlebar mustache and you're like, shit, I don't even need to read the script. I already know who I am.
Yeah, I am this person. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. That's great. You got anything else about Val Kilmer?
No, just that he should have sneezed on more people if he wanted to spread that around.
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp is my second person, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, dude, same.
I thought he had a great mustache.
Great
mustache. Was his real? I think his was real.
Yeah. Was
Val Kilmer's real? I think his might have been real too. Huh?
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out, but if they weren't real, they were very good.
Yeah, they were real. It's not like Great Value Nick Nolte over on Rookie of the Year, where it was just straight walrus.
You're the one
bristles.
who picks out all the hair pieces and the fake mustaches. So if you
and eyebrows, don't forget eyebrows
and eyebrows. Yeah,
Hook,
well
remembered.
Joe Pesci.
So Wyatt Earp's my second. Who's your third?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, he did a really good job of Wyatt Earp. He was squinty a lot of the time, but he was also not squinty sometimes.
Yeah, his eyes are piercingly blue. I don't know if it was because he was tan from being out in the Arizona sun, but
right,
they were piercing.
Dude, I like Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he's good.
Captain Ron notwithstanding. He's a good actor and he's in some good movies.
Whatever, ego. Let's.
And like he was saying, it was important to him to portray Wyatt Earp like real Wyatt Earp, and like Wyatt Earp the third is in the movie, so he could ask him about it. Like he can hear audio recordings. He's like, I read a lot, I watched a lot of movies, I talked to his grandson. He's like, I wanted to do a good job.
That's pretty awesome. That it's a portray real him person.
As authentically, dude. I think so too. That's one of the things that's really cool for me.
People should do more of that. That's awesome.
And my third was Michael Biehn, Johnny Ringo.
Johnny Ringo was good. I was on the fence. I didn't know to go Johnny Ringo or Curly Bill Brocious. I went Curly Bill because I don't know what I've seen that guy in.
I'm glad because there's so many good actors in this movie. I'm glad we didn't have the same three because there was a lot. The first two were pretty easy for me, but the third spot I was like, I could put 6 people here because there was a bunch of people doing really good stuff.
Wall to wall people. It really was good.
But Michael Biehn I thought was a really good. Like he was Kyle Reese from the original Terminator movie. That's what I mainly know him from. But two of my favorite scenes were him and Val Kilmer. He's great. And he talked for the behind the scenes featurette about how everybody in the movie refers to Johnny Ringo as like a scary stone cold killer. Yeah. And he's like, since everyone else is saying that, I don't need to like play him that way because they've already been told. He's like, so I can just kind of play him as a regular person, like, and try to find the nuance and then like.
Nice. Dude, that's cool.
I love stuff like that. I'm like, that's so smart. It's like they already, like if they don't know, then I have to bring them that. But if they know, I can just be a regular guy and try to bring some depth to it.
Yeah, you don't have to keep saying it. Yeah, dude, that's genius.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So you got Curly?
I was on the fence. I wanted to do it, but the guy who plays Curly Bill Brocious, His name is Powers Booth, which is also an awesome
it's a great name.
Dude, something about him was I don't know what else I've seen him in. I went through his whole thing. I remember some of the characters he played on different things. Like he's the vice president for part of it on 24, and I totally remember that. But dude, I don't remember what else I've seen him in. But he looks so.
I definitely remember him from Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, snap! I don't think I went that far back. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who was he? I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Andrew Tanner from Red Dawn.
Andy, yeah. Oh, dude, nice. Good call. I should have gone back further. I just didn't. Something about him was like pulling me in. I liked him. His character was kind of a bad person, but I liked him the way he played it.
Yeah, well, it was cool listening to the behind this, all the actors talk about. One of the nice things about this, kind of like Unforgiven, which I didn't like nearly as much as this, but there was a lot more nuance in the movie. Like there weren't just good guys and bad guys, like Western good guys or even Hollywood good guys. It's like the good guys are kind of shitty, and the bad guys actually have a reasonable justification for the way that they acted. Like it's cool when they do that.
Yeah, it's not just black hats, white hats kind of thing. Yeah.
They did kind of do the black hat, white hat thing where it's like if you're a good guy, you were clean shaven except for the mustache. And if you're not a good guy, you had some stubble with the mustache.
And beard. Yeah, I'm with you. That's cool. That's my 3.
Yeah, my 3 as well. The writer, director, bonus stuff. Kevin Jari is the writer. This script is, everybody said, like the script was amazing. It was brilliant. The reason we were able to get such a good ensemble together is because everybody had awesome stuff to say and do. Like even the 9th lead had like a legitimate character arc and had cool stuff to do.
Yeah, that's why it was cool. What I didn't realize is I was reading that like he wanted it to be as close to real as it could be.
Right.
But that made him fall behind schedule, and this dude ended up getting fired before he could make all of the changes he wanted.
He was the initial director, and he had not directed before, and then like a couple, I think maybe a month or so into it, they kind of realized like, hey, you're not gonna, you're way behind schedule, you don't know what you're doing. And so then they brought in George Cosmatos, who directed like First Blood Part 2 and Cobra and stuff like that. It was a good action director.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer said, he said that like, he's like, Kurt Russell's pretty even keeled. He's like, and from the first shot on the first day, he kind of looked at me and was like, and we were like, yeah, we might be in trouble. Because it was clear they loved the guy because the script was genius, but they're like, he was over his head.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer also said that like normally when you get a replacement director in the middle of production's super expensive. Like the new director comes in like 3 days later. He's like, but they had like almost 3 weeks of downtime between directors, and they didn't get the extra 3 weeks back at the end. They just had to compress stuff.
That sucks. Yeah. Dude, I saw that the only part that they kept that was directed by Jari was the Charlton Heston.
Yeah, the Charlton Heston stuff.
Yeah, everything else they kind of either redid or took. Dude, that guy Jari though wrote some things that I like.
Dude, yeah, he wrote Glory.
Yeah,
like he
Navy
got the
SEALs.
Navy SEALs. He did the story credit for Rambo: First Blood Part 2. He also wrote The Mummy, like The Alamo. Like he was a huge history and like military history nerd, and so all of his credits are in that vein. But yeah, it's so good.
We probably aren't going to do Judgment Night, but I used to like that movie.
I kind of like that. I think it depends on what else has happened in that year. I'd be totally down for that.
That's this year.
Oh, then we're not doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to get to it.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of this year. All the other stuff I have is we already talked about, the freaking cast, the ensemble. I mean, I didn't name a single woman. There were all the wives.
There was.
And Joanna Pacula, who plays the Wyatt Earp's other love interest. Like they were fine. They just don't feature heavily in this movie. So like I was trying to get them in there, but they just didn't have a lot of scenes.
You got any other best?
I don't. Let's do worst. The only worst I had is, again, it's a true story, but I had to capture it that Doc's deathbed confession to Wyatt that the only time he was ever truly in love was with his teenage cousin.
Yeah.
And then she had so much guilt over that she went and joined a convent. I was like, I probably should write that down under worst. Cousin, underage cousin seems like the sort of thing we ought to mark as worst.
Yes, that is probably not the good thing. Dude, David Tell. Skanks for the memories. Yeah, I put all the stuff we kind of talked about. Bill Paxton's eyes when he died, how unfaithful all the brothers were. I wanted to talk about worse effects. There's a lot of lightning that looks really bad.
Yeah.
The rain looked really good. The other thing was really bad. The lightning. Old tech. There was a guy counting money and he was using an abacus. He was like writing it down and he was like moving the abacus with his pen. So he was going like really fast. It was cool.
That might be the oldest tech we've ever captured on this podcast. Fucking abacus is like 5,000 years old.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got.
Political incorrectness, everything you would expect. Everyone was very racist against Chinese people in the Old West, and
man.
they definitely were in this movie. They didn't. It wasn't like a big part of it. It's just like, oh, I'm president of the nonpartisan anti-Chinese league.
Yeah. Yes, the nonpartisan, because you don't want to split people in
yeah, it doesn't matter if
groups.
you're
That's
a Whig or because there weren't even like Democrats and Republicans, were there in the 1870s?
Yeah, there were, but it was different. Yeah. Because remember,
it was like Lincoln was a Republican.
Lincoln was a Republican. Yeah.
5 questions. Is it okay for kids? I'm gonna go nah on that.
Yeah, dude. To be honest, though, like we talked about earlier, I think it's 11 or 12 is probably good. I think even before PG-13. I think if it was PG-13, they could have gotten there easier.
Yeah. Well, to me, it didn't seem like it was even all that bloody.
Right.
It like as gory as far as that goes.
Yeah,
there's plenty of
agreed.
R-rated movies that are really gory, but this was like there wasn't that much. There wasn't that much swearing. There was no sexual content, and it wasn't super bloody. Yeah, you're right.
Agreed.
They could have gotten the PG-13 here. I think.
I don't know why they didn't. So
Yeah. Would the movie get made if it were pitched now? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, dude.
A
Yellowstone,
Western, an ensemble
1880?
Western with a phenomenal script. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they could.
Dude, Yellowstone spun off like a bunch of different shows.
Yeah, that's what. So I was talking about this today, and I was like, "Hey guys, so would it get made today? Like, there's Yellowstone, and they were both like everybody was like, well, yeah, like Harper was saying, like, yeah, Yellowstone, but they have a spinoff that's 1883 or whatever the number is, that's set back then. So even people like that's even doing well. So it's not just like friggin' what's his name?
Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner driving in a truck. That's
Right,
not a
it's
thing
like-
from this movie. It's set back then and it's still
Yeah.
doing well. So people like it.
Yeah, I think Yellowstone's definitely made this a pretty easy thing to make. Although I think it would definitely be a TV show. I mean, Tombstone could be a movie, but Wyatt Earp could be a TV show too.
Yeah, I think so. There was a Wyatt Earp TV show through the 50s that ran for a long time. OK
Yeah.
Corral or whatever it was called.
Yeah. Oh, well, one other thing I was going to say for best, I forgot to write it down. But usually when the Wyatt Earp story is told, the movie ends with the shootout at the OK Corral.
OK Corral.
I like that this movie used that as like their
Kept
midpoint.
going. Yeah,
and then they
that
had
was
like
cool.
a third act after. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, did you recast it?
Yeah, I got a couple. You go first.
No, I want to hear yours first.
All right. So for Wyatt Earp, I got Chris Pratt.
All right, so I almost did Chris Pratt for Doc Holliday, but I came up with a different one. And then I was like, well, maybe I can put him in Wyatt Earp's spot. But then I saw Chris Pine in the list of actors that I was looking at the ages,
Yep.
And I like Chris Pine, and I think he could grow a nice mustache.
He could definitely grow a nice mustache. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of who has like good stubble and good mustache. So I was like, and now you've given me a challenge, and I think I'm going to go. So Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
as Wyatt Earp. For Johnny Ringo, I'm going to go Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh, nice. All the Chris's?
For Doc Holliday, I'm going to go. Who's Captain America?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Chris
Is that
Evans.
his name?
Yeah, Chris Evans for Doc Holliday, because he actually can be really funny, and he has a great mustache. Yeah, we go all Chris's. I think you should also put Henry Cavill in here somewhere. He's got a great mustache. I'm just thinking of mustache guys.
If you're going to put it on with AI or CGI, he has a great mustache.
Well, no, they took his mustache off with AI.
Yeah, they
from
covered it up.
Superman from the Mission Impossible.
They covered
Yeah.
it up. Yeah, I went
No,
Chris.
you could do all Chris's, I think.
all Chris's.
No, you do whoever you do, but
Do you name it anything different, or is it still called Tombstone?
no, the Coyote Canyon Chris Crooners.
I had Chris Pine as Wyatt Earp.
Nice.
I wanted Kurt Russell to come back and play Virgil,
Yeah,
like now, because
yeah. I thought Billy Bob Thornton would be a good Virgil too.
yeah, dude, he's 72 or something like that, but I think he could still play it. And for Doc Holliday, I want Remy Malek. I think that guy
He's
could
got a good
play.
mustache.
He's got, I just think he could play that slow talk, and you would. I think he could play that part.
I don't know him from anything but the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
But did you not see Mr. Robot or
No, I didn't.
the movie where the stuff comes alive in the museum? Night at the Museum.
No,
He
I
was
did
in
not.
that too. Yeah, dude, he's kind of got that. He's a little standoffish, kind of weird, but he's dude. I think he could play Doc Holliday.
This, I think, would actually be a really fun one to recast because you have like 12 parts and they're all in their 30s and 40s. So you have like your choice of basically every major actor.
All the people that we already know instead of a bunch of 12-year-olds that we've never seen before.
Yeah, and I do know that Jamie Foxx and Will Smith can both play really convincing cowboys with good mustaches, but I didn't find any place to put them in there.
Yeah, I don't want to put Jamie Foxx in anything because we've already gotten an angry email about us putting him in as Batman, so we don't want to make that person mad again.
I'm pretty sure that person is long gone, but yeah. Can you still watch and enjoy this in 2023? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to find. It's not streaming anywhere. You have to rent it on Amazon Prime or it's on Freevee with commercials if you think you may also be suffering from mesothelioma.
I also have severe to moderate plaque psoriasis.
Ulcerative colitis. The free commercials are always freaking medical commercials.
I can't tell if I think I might have that and that's why they're showing me that. Do I look? I don't look that stuff up. Why do they think I have
If you're watching a movie from 30 years ago, you might need these Lasix or blood pressure medicine.
And here's a coupon for ibuprofen.
Yeah, so it's hard to find, but it is available online if you want to rent it. $3.99. I rented it on Amazon Prime because I didn't want to watch commercials or Freevee with commercials, but just pay for it.
Just pay for it.
We just came out with Uncle Buck on Patreon, so we got that out there.
That was so much fun.
Super fun. Next up on Patreon will be Field of Dreams, I think we said.
Yeah, Field of Dreams.
Well, and Patreon is also available on Apple Podcast and just now on Spotify. Patreon just told me 2 days ago that it'll be available on Spotify. So if you listen on Spotify, you can get the Patreon feed there as well too. So that's pretty cool. And
nice.
Yeah, next episode, The Fugitive.
The Fugitive, man.
What I want from each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, henhouse, outhouse, and doghouse in that area. Checkpoints go up at 15 miles. Your fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball. Go get him.
I love me some Fugitive. Tommy Lee kills it, man.
And there's fun stories about the behind the scenes of that movie, too, so I am very excited. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. All right, so what else we got? Nothing?
Nothing. Yeah.
Via Con Diaz. I'm going to go listen to some Coyote Canyon Crooners. I love that album.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.